What is up, Light Fam? Welcome to another video. My name is David, your spiritual awakening coach, here to help you through your spiritual awakening. Now, with all of these shenanigans being perpetrated against the collective consciousness, I do get the question quite often asking how to overcome challenges and obstacles. Now, of course, if something is happening on a global scale, you may end up experiencing a bit more of the Matrix's contrived nonsense than you care to. But I can promise you that your reality is much more subjective than you may be giving it credit for, Light Fam. So how do we empower ourselves? How do we ensure that we're not puppeteered by the whims and caprices of our circumstances or even groupthink? Well, the key to freedom is actually in the obstacle itself. The obstacle is the key, Light Fam. So let me explain what I mean by that. Come on, let's go. The obstacle is the way. So how do we use the obstacle itself for the overcoming of the challenge? Well, we've got to look at that obstacle or challenge as a question. And I don't mean just any old question. I'm talking about an upgrading question. What is the universe trying to upgrade in my life by presenting this challenge that will require me to step into alignment as source consciousness to overcome? Now that's an upgrading question. So said in plainer English, what aspect of who I am as a person will need to be upgraded to overcome this challenge, or what aspect of my physical life will need to be upgraded? Maybe my relationships, my health, or my abundance to upgrade and overcome this challenge that's being presented. Is the challenge of staying in that toxic relationship asking you to upgrade your level of self-worth and self-love? Is the challenge of that financial hardship asking you to upgrade your mindset surrounding abundance, or even asking you to finally share your gifts and talents with the rest of the world? Is the challenge of that health issue that may have popped up asking you to upgrade your diet and exercise and even mental health exercises or routines? So it's the answering of that question that the obstacle presents that allows your life to upgrade into greater vibrational congruence with freedom, happiness, and in many cases, your life purpose. The obstacle is the way. So when we're looking for the answer to the question that this obstacle has presented, one of the first places that you may want to look, which you may not have considered before, are your natural gifts, talents, and abilities. Remember, you chose which gifts, talents, and abilities you would be born with before you decided to incarnate. And since you most likely chose those abilities because you knew that they would help you with your life purpose, you can ask that challenge or obstacle, what special gifts or abilities do I possess that will help me overcome this challenge? And by doing so, that may solve another piece of the puzzle if you're trying to discover your life purpose. Now, if we take this concept one step further, we could say that your higher self called in this challenge to force you to use those natural gifts and abilities, which in turn set you on that path of your life purpose. So this would suggest that that challenge or obstacle did not show up to defeat you, but it showed up to free you. The obstacle is the way. What identity would you need to assume to overcome that challenge? Ooh, that's an upgrading question. It's your perceived self-identity that connects directly to the quantum field and creates the reality that you experience. So do you need to self-identify as the walking embodiment of love itself to overcome that relationship obstacle? Or do you need to self-identify as the walking embodiment of abundance itself to overcome that scarcity challenge? Do you need to self-identify as the walking embodiment of absolute divine health to overcome that health issue? And then once you understand the identity that you would have to become to overcome the challenge, ask if that new identity is somehow related to your life purpose. If you don't change your identity and your purpose, you'll always default back to that old identity, which called in that challenge in the first place. The obstacle is the way. So consider the fact that that obstacle may have shown up to get you to address an energetic imbalance where you may be out of alignment with your authentic identity as source consciousness. So be brave enough to ask an upgrading question to that challenge or obstacle, such as, what attribute would I need to overcome this challenge? Would I need the attributes of bravery and fearlessness? Would I need the attributes of inner peace and serenity? Would I need the attributes of strength and resiliency? Maybe that challenge or obstacle showed up to force you to dig up a strength that you never even knew you had, which in turn changes your identity to I am a strong person, because you've just demonstrated to yourself how strong you are by overcoming this obstacle that you weren't sure you would be able to. The obstacle is the way. Notice that these upgrading questions give you a completely different perspective of the obstacle, and they also put you in the driver's seat by getting you to be a better version of yourself to overcome that obstacle. Notice we never said to the obstacle or that challenge, woe is me. If it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Why can't I just escape Murphy's Law? These types of questions and statements put you in fight or flight, basically, which is a survival reactionary state of stress. It's basically a state of resistance. So you're not open to receive the insight and guidance from your spirit guides or higher self or source consciousness to take inspired action to overcome and level up that challenge. So anytime we take full responsibility for everything and anything that has shown up in our vibrational space, we have all of the power, because now we can change why something has shown up. Anytime we point the finger to Murphy's Law, or the universe just doesn't like me, oh, my favorite, the enemy. The enemy made me do it. The enemy made me think this and that. Well, the thing about that is you just gave all of your power away, because you're not looking within to make the changes that caused a vibrational match with that obstacle to share your vibrational space in the first place. So anytime we point the finger at somebody or something, I always say you're pointing to the person or thing that you just gave all of your power to. Why? Because you're not pointing here. This is where all the power is. Why? Because we live in a universe of vibration. The vibration changes here, and then your world changes. The obstacle is the way. So when we ask that obstacle or challenge what identity we would need to assume, or what special gift would we need to use, or what attribute would we need to overcome it, you then want to get present and mindful, centered in a state of gratitude that the answer has already been given. And this is where meditation is worth its weight in gold. Meditation will center that monkey mind where you are in a place of stillness, so that you can get the insight and downloads that you need. If you need some pointers on your meditation game, I will link my How to Meditate for Beginners video in the description below. But it's when you're quiet that you're able to hear. So get quiet, find some quiet me time, maybe away from your hectic schedule if you have one, where you can really connect with those intuitive insights and those subtle downloads that just seem to flow freely when you're in a state of stillness and silence. The obstacle is the way. Why is this? I think Michael Beckwith said this the best when he said, behind every answer to a question is an action trying to be taken. Behind every action is a way of life trying to be born. Ooh, I love that. So view your obstacles and challenges from this perspective, and you'll not only overcome your challenges, but you just might stumble across your life purpose in the process. Now, question of the day. What challenge in your life has caused you to be a better version of yourself? Ooh, we're digging deep today, Light Fam. We're digging deep over here at Lightways. If you guys are interested in working with me on your spiritual journey, one-on-one, we can get together on Zoom. Check the description below for that. Follow me on IG_Lightways. Use your mouse to click some things and smash some things and share some things and smile at people. Smiles are contagious. Smile at people. Spread some love. We'll see you in the next video. Light, love, and abundance to all that are watching and to all you love. Peace, guys.